Hi students, how are you? Hope all are safe at your home. Okay, so let us start the class. So before I start the class, I will give you a brief introduction about our subject ICT. So total we have 6 chapters in this subject. So I have shown in the screen. So our first chapter is lovely letters, and we are using an application called LibreOffice Writer. So you have studied in your last year in your 5th standard LibreOffice Writer. Now our second chapter is globes and maps in the computer. In this chapter we are using an application called Marble. So we will study in detail at that time. Our third chapter is concepts into pictures. In this chapter we are using an application called LibreOffice Draw. So it's an application for drawing some of the shapes and all. So we'll discuss in detail at that time. And the fourth chapter is when lines meet. So this chapter we have already discussed in the last class, and we are using an application. Which application? Yes, Geogebra. So this application is used for drawing geometrical shapes and to observe the properties of these geometrical shapes that we have already discussed. And the fifth chapter is to the world of information. So that chapter is regarding our web browser Google Chrome, and how to take a search engine, how to search a keyword in Google Chrome and all. So we'll discuss in detail. And our last chapter, the sixth chapter, into the wonderful world of the sky. So in this chapter we are using an application called Stellarium, which you have studied in your last year. So almost all the application you have studied in last year. So this is a brief description about our subject ICT, and we have already discussed this chapter when lines meet. So today I will complete this chapter. So let us continue with our last class. So I'll give you a quick revision about the last class. Okay. So our chapter name is when lines meet, and we have used an application called Geogebra. Okay. So what are the points we have discussed in the last class? I have given an introduction for Geogebra. I have shown you how to open the application Geogebra, and also we have discussed 5 tools in Geogebra. I have shown you an activity for finding the adjacent angles, and I told you to do as a homework finding the opposite angles. Okay, so we'll go for a quick revision. Okay, so what is Geogebra? Geogebra is a software used to draw geometrical shapes. Geometrical shapes means triangle, rectangle, square, any polygons. Okay, what is the second point? It is also used to observe the properties of geometrical shapes. So don't by heart, my dear students. I have told you in the last class. Please understand and study. Observe the properties means I have given here examples. We can find the adjacent angles, we can find the opposite angles, we can measure the length of the line, etc. Okay, so this is an introduction about Geogebra. What is the next topic? How to open Geogebra application. So I have already shown you. You have to go to application, then select education and click on Geogebra. I will show you once more. go to application at the top left corner, click on select education and click on Geogebra. So now the Geogebra is opened. Is it clear? Okay. What is our third topic? Tools used in Geogebra. So 5 tools we have studied. The first one is line tool. What is line tool? Used to draw a line. So what is segment tool? So before that, what do you mean by a segment? A segment is nothing but a part of a line. A segment is nothing but a part of a line. So that tool is used to draw a segment. What do you mean by angle tool? It is used to find the angle. Now the fourth tool is move tool. What do you mean by move tool? It is used to move the objects in Geogebra window. Whatever objects we have drawn in the Geogebra window, we can move it using move tool. And what do you mean by intersect tool? So before that, what do you mean by an intersection point? When two lines or segment meet at a point, that point is known as intersection point. And this tool, intersect tool, is used to find the intersection point. So I'll show you these tools once more, then it will be very clear for you. So what is our first tool? Click on the line tool. Just make a click on the Geogebra window. Don't want to drag, just you move your mouse pointer and you make a second click. So this is how to draw a line. How to draw a segment? Again, you go to segment tool, just make a click. Don't want to click and drag, just move your mouse pointer and you make the second click. Now the segment is drawn. What is our third tool? Angle tool. Draw two segments like this, and the second segment like this, and I'm going to find an angle BCD. Listen, I'm going to find the angle BCD. So to find that angle, what I have to do? Click on the angle tool, click on the point. First click on B, second click on C, and third click on D. So you will get the angle here 49.5 degree. If I want to find this angle DCA, then again click on this angle tool. First click on D, second click on C, and third click on A. So here a bit confusion. So if I want to move this text, what I have to do? Go to move tool and you just move this, so it will be very clear for you. Is it clear? Now the fourth tool is move tool. So if I want to move this point, you can just click and drag like this, click and drag, so that point is moved. If I want to move this text, so I can move it like this. Okay, so whatever we have drawn in the Geogebra window, whatever objects in the Geogebra window can be moved using move tool. And What is our last tool? Intersection tool. Okay, so first you draw two lines or two segments, whatever, two lines crossing each other, and you select intersect tool. Select intersect tool, and you make a first click on first line and second click on second line. Now you can see here the intersection point E. Here you can see the intersection point E. Is it clear? What is the next topic we have studied? An activity, right? Finding the adjacent angle. So before that we must know what is an adjacent angle. Angles that share common side and common point is known as adjacent angle. So please listen, please make this concept clear. What is an adjacent angle? The angles, these two angles that share a common side and a common point. So here I have shown you two angles, one is 56.94 and one is 123.06. These two angles are adjacent. Why? Because they share common side. What is a common side here? CD. And they also share a common point. What is a common point here? C. Is it clear, my dear students? Okay. So these are the 5 tools we have studied in the last class. So today we will discuss the last topic of this chapter. What is the last topic? Polygon tool. Polygon tool. Okay. So what do you mean by polygon tool? It is used to draw polygons in Geogebra window. So you all know what do you mean by a polygon. Polygon can be a triangle, a square, a rectangle, whatever things that having sides greater than 2. What do you mean by polygon? Whatever shapes having sides greater than 2. Okay, so a triangle, rectangle, square, hexagon, everything is a polygon. Okay, so polygon tool is used to draw polygons in Geogebra window. Okay, so I'll show you how to draw a polygon in Geogebra window. So go to polygon tool. Here you can see the polygon tool. Click on the polygon tool. Here I am going to construct a triangle. So make a first click. Don't want to click and drag, just move your mouse pointer freely. Just make a second click here. Now come here, just make a third click here. Okay, and always come back to your starting point to complete the polygon. I repeat, always come back to the starting point to complete your polygon. So here my starting point is A, so I am going to finish it here. Just click on the point A. So now you have seen here I have constructed a triangle. If you want to construct a square, just make a first click here, second click here, third click here, fourth click here, and finally come back to the starting point to complete the polygon. So click at the starting point. Now you have created a square. Like this you can create any polygons. Is it clear, my dear students? Now we are going to do an activity using Polygon tool. I have written here the steps. What is the activity? I have written here, construct a triangle using Polygon tool and find the angles inside this triangle. So I will show you how to do this activity. I have written the steps here. Just take down these steps in your notebook. Okay, so I will show you this activity. What is our activity? Construct a triangle using Polygon tool and find the angles inside this triangle. So let us see this activity. So how to construct a triangle? First you have to select the Polygon tool. How to construct a triangle? First make a click on the Geogebra window. Now you can see a point A. Just move your mouse pointer. Don't want to click and drag. Just move your mouse pointer freely. Make a second click B and a third click C here, and always remember, come back to your starting point and make the final click. Now you have constructed a triangle. Next I am going to find the angles inside the triangle. These angles, first one, second one and third one, these three angles. So for finding those angles, what I have to do? Go to angle tool, click on the angle tool and just make a double click inside the triangle. I repeat, just make a double click inside the triangle. Click on OK. So you can see here the three angles. So you all know the sum of the angles inside the triangle will be always 180 degree. Okay, I repeat, the sum of the angles inside the triangle will be always 180. So you just check it, no problem, you just check it. And if you want to move a point of a triangle, you just click and drag like this. So you can see here the point is moving. Also the angles are also changing. If you want a triangle like this, you can make it like this. Okay, now also you can check here, the sum of the angle inside the triangle will be 180. So hope all of you are clear about this Polygon tool. Next, I'll give you two important points in this chapter. So the first point is show label. So what do you mean by a label? I'll show you what do you mean by a label. Here I have drawn a segment. So which is the labels here? The labels are, you can see here, A and B. Those are labels. Okay, this is a label for this point, and what is the label here? A. And label for this point is B. Okay, if I am drawing another segment like this, What is the label for this point? C. What is the label for this point? D. Okay. Sometimes we cannot see these labels. Okay. So to make this label visible, what you have to do? Right click on this point. Right click on this point and you can see here show label. Click on that option so that label can be visible here. So if I want to make the label visible here, what I have to do? Yes, the same. Right click on this point, click on the option show label. So you can see here the label B. Okay. That is our first point, label, show label. I have written here, if the labels of the points are not visible, what you have to do? Right click on the point and click on show label option. Is it clear, my dear students? And the last topic, how to convert the measurement of the angle to a whole number. I repeat, how to convert the measurement of the angle to a whole number. Here you can see I have constructed a triangle and I have found the angles here. And you can notice here there are two decimal places here, 0.83. In all angles you can see here two decimal places. Okay, so I am going to round this to a whole number. I repeat, I am going to round this to a whole number. So how to do that? First you have to go to at the top left corner, you can see option. Click on that options in the menu bar and you select the first option. You can see here rounding, and you select here the first option, 0 decimal places. Now you can see here the decimal places are changed. Now it is round. Is it clear? Now it is 80, but previous it was 79.93. Now I have changed the option and these decimal places are rounded. Is it clear? You can see here also 50. You can see here also 50. Is it clear? So we have completed our chapter when lines meet using an application called Geogebra. So I hope all are clear about the chapter. If you have any queries or doubts, you can call me or contact me in my personal number. This is my number. You can call me anytime for any queries and doubts. So in the next class we will study the chapter, our first chapter, lovely letters, using LibreOffice Writer. Okay, so be ready for that, and also you revise and study the chapter when lines meet using Geogebra application. Please study that, revise 2 or 3 times. Okay students, so thank you very much, my dear students.